Hello.
Yeah, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, things are good with me. I was like telling you in the chat about how I won my round five match, so I have a good. I'll be in the semifinals of the Risk 1v1 tournament, for sure. And if I do well in that my match next week, I'll probably be in the finals, which will be a really nice accomplishment.
Dude, nice. That's awesome. That's huge.
Yeah. So, definitely looking forward to helping you out today on. Is it Brazil?
Brazil and France. I'd like to do some rounds with that and just get your input and thoughts on some of my gameplay and some of the best strategies. And the settings I'm going to do is Blizzard's Fog of War, no portals. I will do manual placement, progressive, expert AI, 60-second timer, alliance is off, automated active behavior, balance blitz.
Yeah, those settings are basically the same that we use in the other tournament scene.
Who do you think has the advantage? Is it the first player or the second player? Because I've heard different things, and to me it seems like whoever goes first has a bit of an advantage, right?
It depends on the blizzards. So the way that I see this is so right here these are very overpowered blizzards for player. Yeah, these are very overpowered blizzards for player one. Waiting here.
Yeah, because this kind of forces you to cap up top, right? As player two.
Yes.
Yeah, so like I kind of already know where you're gonna go, and like you don't really have any other place. So in my experience, do you think it matters if I try to block your cap pick by taking that now, or is that just going to screw me up?
I think I'm going to end up winning it because there's a technique that you can do in this map that I don't think you can see yet.
Okay. So when you say there's a technique that I can't see yet, what is that technique?
It's just a way of like a technique that I use when like selecting territories and being aware like of the blizzards, right? So here we have a blizzard on like and very normal blizzards, right? So someone will be capping on Mato Grosso do Sul. That's like normally the #1 cap spot, and normally the player 2 caps one spot above.
Right, because the blizzard is there right now, so we can't do that.
Exactly.
Sure, and I see what you did up here, right?
Yeah. So that's
four.
kind of why my cap spot here is good. When you can block a cap spot where I am or on Maranhão on Piauí, this becomes a 2 border region, and now you kind of have to blitz it and get a good roll. And if you get a bad roll, I just win.
Yeah.
That I thing.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess that kind of turns into a 50-50. So, I mean, it seems to me like, you know, either way, it comes down, because if I leave some troops behind up here, right? Let's say I leave like at the top 7 troops, right? Then my cap is susceptible to get enrolled. And then it becomes like you'll probably have a 75-80% chance of rolling my cap.
A turn 1 cap roll is very, very risky. So talking through like that game, a couple of things came up. So first, understanding of the position in the blizzards. So that +6 region, if there is ever a blizzard, like the upper middle part of the map, it becomes a 2 border region. So understanding that nuance is an important part of understanding like in Brazil. Like leaving a 4 there is just not enough because it's easy for me to break that.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm like worried about my cap size.
Yeah, if your cap gets too low, I'm just going to hit it.
I think 22 is good.
You have to be careful because if I that and you leave your cap too weak, I'm just going to hit it. Like I already have 1.5 times your cap size. This is a danger of just leaving troops out because yeah, I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to hold a bonus for yourself and slowly taking it. But if that like fails, but like if your cap gets like any weaker, I'm just gonna hit it. How is set? I get over a 50% roll. to focus on cap safety a little. But as this game goes longer, it's just going to benefit me, right? You can see all I'm doing is leaving my troops on my cap and keeping myself strong and safe. This is the danger of leaving things outside of your cap like this, because basically all turns you spend trying to take over that region. It's not going to take you a lot longer to complete it. Okay, you do have a set.
I mean, I think this is the only way I can win this, right?
Yeah.
To take this risk.
For a turn, and then I'll probably get to set my following move. So you get like an extra like 5 troops for 1 turn, but then I'm gonna get a bigger set in, and that's gonna get the attacker's advantage hitting you. You didn't use the slider right there. You see how you lost 2?
Yeah.
As troop sizes get bigger, you need to use the slider more carefully. Those are awful rolls, but normally I'll be holding the continent for 1 round. But even with that being the case, my cap size is still very, very safe. Yeah, so the fact that Bahi was a blizzard is actually pretty impactful right here, because like you're trying to hold like the top area. Normally, I would be the one trying to hold it, but again, the way that I'm blocked like a little bit is hurting me a little right now. Favoring player 2, right?
Said Olive is the Spock of risk. All right, so I need to force you to use this set somehow. Yeah. So I think I do this. I mean, I guess you don't really need to use it.
Correct. I did 2 here.
Yeah. I think if I would have left 1 though, I mean, if you would have set in, you might have rolled me. So.
But you should have done, because sets are getting big now, so it doesn't really matter as much. You could have just tried taking both continents and forced me to split troops. And I'd probably just break the bottom one, because that's the only one that's guaranteed.
I do got bad news for you though. I have a Joker.
The good news is that you get the Joker, it's just 1 turn. You may have a bonus because I don't have a set. So you're not going to kill me. The longer this game goes, the benefit is more is going to be benefiting me as a second player. You can see this, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling like I should roll this now.
No, you can't roll it. I mean, it's really bad odds, especially as cap sizes get huge like this. Good.
I meant to leave more there. I just couldn't I ran out of time.
Bonus for 1 turn, but I had a really nice hit on you.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting scared of right now. Like, do I just knock out this 4? That blocks me in. That gives you too much access, right?
Yeah, that can be risky. So unfortunately, I have... So you get a little bit of extra troops, but again, it's not game-changing.
Yeah.
Because on Brazil, you're going to be getting a set around 50% of the... maybe a little bit under 50% of the time, because jokers and wildcards are just more common. And you're being a set on 4 around 75-80% of the time. See, I will be trading in here like this. Every time I attempt. Turn holding the bonus 2 turns because I had some very favorable rolls, and I'm now 15 over your cap. And this is because I'm getting these extra troops for a longer period of time. Every time we trade in now, I'm going to be getting 5 extra troops over you, and that's going to snowball and becoming an advantage for me. You didn't use a slider, you lost 6 there now. You have to use a slider when your cap size gets big.
Ooh. Shit.
And you have another set on 3. My goodness, good sir.
0% chance.
Yeah, it's going to be about 10% because the sets are so big right now. But you can see how this benefits player 2, right? I just play the long game, focus on restricting the access of your cap. And once your access is restricted, I just kind of choke it off from there.
Yeah, like there's no way for me to win this long term. Because like now you have the access and I don't, and eventually you're just gonna outgen me.
Yes.
But I think
So
like most players, that little strategy I did up there probably would have beat him, right? Like the average guy or lady.
Yeah, you play in the tournament scene, Resmi. Like when I give like this session right here and like kind of talk about my thought process in gaming, like obviously you're a grandmaster player and you're better than most players because 1v1 is a subset of the entire game of Risk, and few players have the mechanical skills or desire to want to learn about the mode. However, though, once you do want to get into the scene, there's a lot of people who do have that ability and are very, very challenging like to play against. So these techniques and tips that you need to know are critical so that you are able to apply them. So you can see right here on maps like a France or Brazil, the ability to, if you're player 2, getting into the long game and taking advantage of the bigger sets is critical. Making sure to understand when to roll versus not to roll, and knowing when to keep a capital open versus closed in order to generate an advantage. And playing that long-term thinking is key.
So yeah, in player 2, in a normal situation like that, right? So like, what is something that what is something that you do to get yourself out of that situation? Do you just wait for them to make a mistake? Because I think I picked the right cap spot, right? And I think that I placed my troops properly there. I don't think I had terrible picks in the beginning. And I think I ended up in a situation there where long term, if someone plays optimal, there's no way for me to really get out of that situation unless they don't get a set on 3 and 4, right?
You have to get a capital or a continent a little bit earlier for yourself. And then you need to try to go for a 55-60% roll as early as you can as player 1, because once the sets get above 8 to 10, it just benefits player 2. This is why I said before, when the blizzards are very open, like they were in that map, like maybe it could be a little bit more open because Bahia was a blizzard. I'm favored as player two. When the blizzards close the map and create an overpowered continent, it favors player one. But you can see right there at the higher levels
I mean,
where that comes into play.
but it can't just be like, right, you can't win.
It comes down to territory selection. Like in this case, your very last picks should have been Minas Gerais and and Rio de Janeiro, and you should have forced me to pick one of those two.
I did pick Rio de Janeiro, didn't I?
You picked Rio de Janeiro relatively early, and when I made you take Minas Gerais, it gave me access to the right hand side of the board and then into the Sul region. You should make those two picks the last ones that you take.
But my other options were to I can't remember the names of the countries there, but it would have been blocking me from having access to the top left side of the map, wouldn't it have? So my goal was to like basically not give you that, what's that connection piece there in the middle? It's kind of shaped like a teardrop. I didn't want to get I didn't want to give you access to that, so I wanted you to be blocked there.
Yeah, like you were trying to play something, and again, like you were able to get like a continent, like for like a little bit, and like 2 turns. But
yeah, but at what cost? Because I still lost those troops that I gained, right?
Yeah, you kept getting sets on 3. By the way, you were having some crazy good luck.